This was very hard for me to make public. But the woman that you're going to meet, Rema Mays, is the blessing of my life. And the reason I'm introducing her to everyone is because I have a hard time believing that we allow people to live like this. I don't think anybody should have to live like this. We can all sponsor a homeless person. It's not hard. And it's not that expensive. Schools can do it. Businesses can do it. It's important. And you can always reach out and we'll tell you how. Okay.
So, Rema, how long, sweetheart, were you homeless? Well, before we get there, okay, what I want to talk about is you were born in Alabama.
Yes.
And you lived in Alabama all your life.
Basically, yes.
How long were you in Alabama for?
Well, most of my, I want to say teenage and adult life.
Okay. And then when you left there, when you left Alabama, where? Mobile, Alabama? Where were you? What part of Alabama?
Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
You lived in Tuscaloosa, Alabama?
I'm from Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Hold on a second. Krista, go grab me my Alabama Crimson Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Now, in 2019, when you get here, what do you do? Where are you living?
I found a seasonal shelter on it was the old, I learned it was the old Armory building over on Federal and Wilshire. So I'm
sorry, you stayed on Federal and Wilshire?
I found a seasonal shelter there.
What does that mean, a seasonal shelter?
You can only stay there for a limited time. It's seasonal, like I don't know.
They'll give you one season there. You get 3 months there and then move on.
Yeah, something like that. But I didn't stay there very long at all because what I didn't like about that shelter was 3 reasons. The first reason was they had us sleeping on carts, little bitty hard carts, and they give you a blanket.
Cots.
Yeah, it's a cot.
So it's like this big, wide, and it's got this little thing like this, like a
something really thin.
Yeah.
Honey, when I would get on that cart at night, oh my goodness, the next morning I'd be stiff. I could not move. That cart was killing me.
Right.
And then the second reason why I didn't like it was the food. Oh my goodness. I didn't really need to eat there anyway, but I just took the food to show appreciation and, just kind of sipped out of it. But the food was like, who cooked it and why? You know what I mean? Who made this and why? So that wasn't good. And so the third real reason why I left that shelter, okay, when morning came and we wanted to take our shower, I can't remember whether you had to take your shower in the morning or at night, but either way, you get a shower a day. But this is what I did not like.
It was out in the open.
They have one big open shower.
With a bunch of different heads so people can stand up at the same time to do it?
No. Just the shower might be as big as this room that we're sitting in, okay. Right? And they tell us, all us ladies, so okay, everybody undress and get in the shower.
At once.
Look,
right.
Everybody
like a locker room for a football team.
You stepping on me, I'm stepping on you, your dirt getting on me, my dirt getting on you. Oh, wait a minute.
Right.
Wait a minute. So one particular morning, oh yeah, and then they tell us, they said, you got 5 minutes in the shower, right? Mm-hmm. So one particular morning, I didn't even get to take a shower because when we got up and all, she said, okay, y'all got 10 minutes, 5 minutes in the shower, like that. So I said, well, ma'am, I was raising my hand a little bit like I'm in school. I said, ma'am, I need to use the ladies' room. She said, well, go ahead. So I went to the ladies' room, right? So she was telling me, well, you need to hurry up because you only got 5 minutes. I said, well, ma'am, I'm using the restroom right now, so I need longer than 5 minutes. Well, okay, well, you just missed your shower. I said, well, honey, I'm sorry because I had to use the bathroom. I said, wait, but I don't even think I went back that night. This ain't gonna work.
Where'd you go after that?
I probably stayed in my van. A couple of times in between all of this, I did stay a couple of nights at the Santa Monica Mall up under the escalator, because it was something where I didn't find another shelter or I didn't have, it wasn't a good day that day or something didn't go right. So I just went to the Santa Monica Mall, I think 2 or 3 times, and stayed under the escalator in the Santa Monica Mall. I put the little chair from one of their tables, and I would go and sit in that chair right up on the escalator. And I had my coats and stuff, so I was warm, right? And I think I got away with that for maybe 2 or 3 nights. And then finally, security came out and told me, say, ma'am, they were so nice. And they hated to tell me this. They said, ma'am, you can't keep sleeping here, okay? So we're really sorry, but you can't stay, So that was the end of that. But that's what I did. But they had been seeing me sleep there under the escalator. So I was happy that they had let me sleep those nights. Because, security cameras, they seen me, but they just let me stay, and then finally they came and told me that, ma'am, you can't keep sleeping here.
So I remember the day that I spoke to you, and the day that Danielle sent me that picture of you. Where were you sleeping then?
If I didn't find a shelter, I would just stay outside somewhere.
How often did you stay outside?
I'll say, I guess I stayed outside maybe 2 or 3 nights
a week.
Yeah, before I found hardship. Or if I didn't have the money.
Your phone wasn't working then. It was turned off because I remember I called you.
Yeah.
I asked Danielle, let me just back up. So I'm sorry. It's just, I love you so much that to even think that you spent one night on the street is so much for me.
I know. I'm sorry. No.
1 minute.
I know. But you know something, Richard, honey, I give so much praise and thanks to Jesus that he protected me. Nobody never bothered me, and it's just, honey, when you look back and you think about it, thank you, Jesus, because nobody never bothered me. It was bad. It was inconvenient. And I would go and buy me, a jug of water, right? That's why I can understand why some of these homeless people, why they don't wash up, I would go and buy a jug of water at the store when I had to stay outside and go to some of these like little alley streets where it's all alley and, fences and stuff. Honey, I would go get the jug of water and go in the dollar store, buy my soap. And I always use white face towels because of my sensitive skin. And I would buy me a little dollar pack of washcloths, honey, and I would just, with my big old jug of water, I would just take a wash up, I always tried to keep myself clean and, but it's just, if I think about it, I don't know if I could do it again now, but I did it then.
Hey, you're never going to have to do that.
Amen.
Again. Not ever.
Amen.
So you were staying on Podshare, and then one day you were on the bus bench with all your stuff. And what happened?
I was trying to decide where I was going to go to vend peanuts, right? And sometimes I can say, I'm going to go to Main Street today. But then by the time I get on the bus, something will tell me, so I hear a voice say, no, don't go to Main Street. Go to Albuquerque. I said, okay, well, I'll go to Albuquerque. I'll change my mind just like that, right? Change my direction. So I decided to go to Albuquerque. This particular day that I met Danielle. So I was sitting down, bending peanuts. I always keep a little stool with me to sit on, because for years I used to stand 7 or 8 hours on my feet bending peanuts. And so that was kind of getting to my legs. I started keeping a stool with me now. And so Danielle passed by. I did not know her. She did not know me. When she passed by me, I said, "Ma'am, would you like to buy a bag of peanuts from me?" And it was so cute thinking about it now. Danielle, she looked back at me and she told me, like, she said, "What?" I said, "Would you like a bag of peanuts?" I said, "I'm sitting here, vending peanuts, and they are roasted, they're unsalted." I said, they really good. I eat a lot of them. She said, she had a little funny expression on her face. She said, well, wait a minute. I got to run right here in this store and I'll be back, like that. So I said, okay. I said, thank you. So I sat right there, kept vending peanuts as people walked by. And I really didn't think Danielle was going to come back. I said, well, she's probably not coming back, And so for real, I say a couple of minutes later, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, she came back. And she said, "Now, what did you say?" I say, "I was just asking, would you like a bag of peanuts?" I say, "I'm sitting here, vending peanuts. This is how I help, take care of myself." I say, "I sell peanuts and, buy my food, help pay for my, like room and board, hostel. And, I came here from Alabama, and I just talked to her for a minute. I said, and I'm just trying to, help, trying to find a way to earn a way to help take care of myself." And she said, "Yes, I will buy some peanuts from you." And she said, and then, she told me her name and all that. And she said, "Can I take your picture?" I said, "Oh, I'm looking." I said, "Please don't take my picture." I said, "I'm looking a mess right now." She said, "No, it's okay." She said, "I want to get your picture." I said, "Okay." She took my picture. And she said, "I'm going to tell my friend about you." I had no idea who her friend was or anything. She said, "I'm going to tell my friend about you," like that. And so she took my picture and I think she gave me $20 and took a couple of bags of peanuts. She didn't want the peanuts, but I was insisting, that she take some peanuts. And
she doesn't eat peanuts. Go on.
And so I gave her, she asked me for my phone number. I gave it to her. And she said, I'm going to tell my friend about you. We're going to call you. And the next day, I was not expecting a call. I figured I wouldn't, I'm just thinking that this lady's just saying this to me. I probably won't never see her no more or anything. And so, she walked away. And the next day, for real, Mr. Richard.
The next day?
I think it was the very next day.
It wasn't.
Well, that week. It wasn't long.
It was that day.
Okay. Well, I thought it was the next day. But that was it, same thing.
She sent me the picture with no explanation. And so I called her right back and I said, "What is this?" And she said, "It's just a picture I wanted to send to you." I said, "Does that woman have a phone?" And she said, "Yes." I said, "Give me her phone number." She went to you and got your phone number and gave it to me. And then I called it and it was out of order. So I called her back and I screamed at her. And I told her to tell you to wait there. And if she wasn't at my house in a half hour to lose my number. And when she got there, I gave her some money. I don't remember what I gave her.
$1,000. You gave her $1,000?
Honey, I didn't give anybody $1,000. I gave her more than $1,000. And I said to her, I think I gave her 2,000. And I said to her, find this woman a place to live and let me know where she's at. And she didn't know where to go, did she? But you knew where to go.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
She was asking me, she called me and she told me that she had talked with you and that we had to find me a place to stay. So I told her, I said, well, how about PodShare? And I had found out from PodShare through about Podshare through my son because he was searching the internet for trying to find places to stay. So he found Podshare. My son did, the one that's here. And actually, he started working for Elvina. And that's how I found about
Alvina, and her wife's name is?
Becky.
Okay. Those two women, they're married, right? And they've got a child, and I think they've got another child now.
Really?
I think they do. These two women are the greatest human beings on the face of the earth.
Oh, yeah.
The best.
Oh, yeah.
Podshare. Podshare. And that's where people stay.
Yes, I liked Podshare.
You loved it.
Yeah.
You loved it.
Elvina and I, we had a really, really, really great relationship because I did what I was supposed to do. I came and go. Everybody knew I did peanuts. But I'm saying I had no problems with Elvina. A lot of the people that stayed there, they thought Elvina was so mean and this and that, but I had no problems with her.
But everybody loved you there.
Yeah, and
everybody.
That's what Elvina said. That's what she said.
Everybody.
That's what she said.
If somebody doesn't love you, the problem's them, just so you know.
Yeah, I treated everybody the way that I would have wanted to be treated.
How long did you stay at Podshare?
So that must have been what?
I know how long.
Was it 2 years, 3 years?
2.5 years.
I see. I was close, wasn't it?
You were perfect. That's called a bracket.
I was ready to try and find a little small apartment.
Can I tell you what you said?
Yeah.
Exactly. Because I remember.
And I said, I was asking you, would you more like reference for me, or could you help me find one? And I said, I'll work and pay the rent. I was telling you all these things that I was willing to do.
What you said to me exactly, verbatim, is, Mr. Richard, I was just wondering if it's all the same with you and you're willing to pay the money that you're paying at Podshare. I think I'm ready to live on my own now. And if we fall short, I'll just sell more peanuts.
Yes. I remember you right. I said that. Yes.
And I said, go find your place. That is perfect. I've been waiting for this call.
Yeah.
And I remember you telling me that some people didn't even get back to you. They just take the money.
Right. You have to pay that application fee. That's money you're not going to get back,
And I called you every maybe 3 weeks, a month. And I asked you how it was going. And that's what you told me, right?
Yes. Wasn't going good.
And then you told me, do you remember what you said? You said, they've been taking my money. They don't even call me back. So I just gave up.
Yeah.
Remember?
Right.
And then what you don't know is I said, don't worry, I'll take care of it for you. And I called Charlie into my office and I said, find this woman a place to live right now, please. And I asked him every couple of days for 2 weeks. And then I screamed at him. And I'm like, what is going on here, man? Okay. He goes, they're not calling me back. So then I said, I will deal with it. I called these people and they didn't call me back, not once. I must have called 10, 15 places, like in an hour. I just bang, 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 bang. Not one return call for a week. So then it hit me. The light went on and I said, oh, this is how poor people get jerked around. And then I thought to myself, oh, okay. So I picked up my phone and went through my contacts and I called my buddy Jeff, who owns a lot of buildings. And I told him about you and I said, I need a place. And he said, Rich, I don't have anywhere. Okay. In these areas, because I wanted you close to me. Right. And he didn't have anything. And he said, but don't worry about it. your problem is my problem and I'll have something for you by the end of the day.
Mm.
And he showed me 3 places. And one of them was in Century City, right across from the mall. And you're about a 9 iron from my lawyer, Kevin, one of my best friends. And so I knew I'd be able, if God forbid there was an emergency, he could run right over, right? Or Farley could, or I could. And found me that place. Did you know about the place before we took you there?
No.
You didn't, right? Good, because I didn't want you to know about it. And what Farley and I did was we went and we got all the furniture, right? The bed and the side table. Do you have side tables? Mm-hmm. Bed and the side tables, the couch at the end of the bed with the coffee table, the TV, mm-hmm. the desk and the chair. We got you a computer.
Still have it. So this is why, I am very sentimental, very emotional about you. Okay. You could have, if you needed my right arm.
Okay. We're done with that.
I'm just letting you know. I said, take it out. Give it to him. That's how much I just love you. Okay. I want you to know that.
If I need somebody's right arm, I'm taking his. Okay.
Okay. I love you so much. But, okay. I just put my shoe off. I got open and kicked my shoe off. No, I better put my shoe back on. I love you so much.
So much. Got a good grip on. Break.
You are a big man. Well, you are tall. And I want to ask you, how did you get the shirt? Alabama shirt.
I've got resources. Okay. Hold on one second. See you next Tuesday. All right, we're done today.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I love you. I love this man so much. And thank you, Dylan, so much.
Okay, if we're done for it, this is too much.
So, listen, I have people.
We're out of time. Please subscribe on YouTube, click the thumbs up, and leave a comment. Please subscribe on Apple Podcast and Spotify and leave a rating and a review. And share the We're Out of Time podcast with others you know who will get value out of it. See you next Tuesday.